Do a wet on damp. You would start with one layer. So I've got my base layer down. That's all my yellows, and then it's had a little bit of time to dry, not too much, so it still is quite wet in places. And then if I go over the top with another colour, it will sort of spread out and merge where it's already a bit wet, but it's only going to move where the water is and where you put it. So going around here, and then I'm hitting the wet parts here, so it's going to sort of spread as it dries a little bit and does a little bit of merging. Go up here so you can start thinking about shadows and things and put your darker bits where you want them. There we go. And say if I make a mistake, I accidentally go in there with a bit of blue. Oh my goodness, did not want to do that whatsoever. So then if I come in with a fairly sort of clean, damp brush, shall we say, we don't want too much water on there, so a bit of a damp brush, and then if I just tap on top, now I've got paint on my brush. If I was to do it anywhere else, we're going to do a colour, so we have to make sure that when we're lifting paint back off, it's fairly dry on your brush, and then every time you touch the paper you need to get rid of what's on there. So you can either do that by wiping it on the tissue, or I tend to squeegee it with my fingers, and then come in there and pick up those bits, and I'm just working that off until I'm back to the original, right? So there's a tiny little blue hue there, but that's fine because I can go back in with my yellow, and it kind of adds to the texture and the look of the whole thing, so it's what we call a happy accident. And then with a little bit of this stuff, there we go. You never know the difference. There we are. So that's wet on damp. So you can see as it's starting to dry, it's sort of merging and mixing a little bit, going a little bit softer around the edges. And notice how I haven't covered the whole thing. I've just put some lines in and let the water do the work for me. There we go. Have fun.